Hello there, everyone. Ashnflash here. Welcome back to another Ashncast. Today is episode 17, I think, where we're going to talk about a bunch of news that we've missed over the past 2 weeks and then Aladdin at the end. So, yeah, I'm joined as always by Just Too Good.
What's up? Yeah, we're doing this. Even though I am pretty tired, but we got this. We're gonna hit this out the ballpark, and I have a lot to talk about with Aladdin.
Yeah, you messaged me and I was literally like, I just woke up from like sleeping. I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm
okay,
lucky. I wish I
yeah,
was napping.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited. I'm awake now. So, yeah, but let's start things off with the Batman casting. And
Oh
so
yeah.
originally, the rumor was Robert Pattinson is gonna
Oh,
from Twilight.
wait, that didn't happen. Wait, what?
Well, it's not official. It's just like heavily rumored, like in talks at DC, and
So
then
that wasn't
literally
confirmed.
no, and then literally the next day they're like, yeah, Nicholas Holt's also in the running, and I'm like, okay, comparatively, Robert Pattinson is over Nicholas Holt.
Oh,
Nicholas
now your
Holt looks
team.
like, I don't know, he's so scrawny and like he's not Bruce Wayne. Go away. He looks like skinny Christian Bale
I
in
see.
like
I
those
I
movies
I
and
was
stuff, but
team. What is Nicholas Holt in? What is he even in?
he's Beast
Let me see.
from X-Men. It's probably his best known role.
Oh,
He's Tolkien now
wait, he was
in
in
that.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Right. Yep.
What he? Oh, what was
I
he?
have no idea.
Oh yeah, you didn't see the movie. It's a good movie. That's one of my favorite action movies, honestly. I saw it recently, and I'm like, I see the
Still
hype for
holds up.
this. Yeah, well, no, I saw it. That was the first time I ever saw it, and
Oh, okay.
I was always like, I hate Mad Max aesthetic because I hate the aesthetic of post-apocalyptic wasteland. I love post-apocalyptic, but not wasteland.
Mm.
And I saw it, and I'm like, this is one of the few movies that actually lives up to the hype of like people saying, "Oh, whatever." Like Edge of Tomorrow. Did you see Edge of Tomorrow?
No, no.
It was
That's
like
the Is that the Matt Damon one? Is that the
no, it
one
was
I'm
Tom
thinking of?
Cruise.
Oh,
Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
in yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Meh. But this one, this is really good. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted. Keep going.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, check it out.
You should go back and watch the Lego Movie too now.
Oh yeah.
Like post seeing Mad
I
Max, I
might
think
have
that would
seen.
be
No, I think I
interesting.
might have seen it because when I saw it with my mom, I might have seen it after I saw Mad Max.
Mm, yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Anyways, what did you think of this? I've actually come around on Robert Pattinson. Like I saw some pictures and stuff, and like his chin and everything, because that's the most important part, right? Not that he can act or anything. It's the chin that you see through the cowl.
Yeah.
Um, I'm 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 excited if he is.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, because I was excited because I haven't seen a lot of Robert Pattinson stuff besides two, Twilight stuff. Meh. Well, three. Harry Potter was good in
Yeah.
there, and then one of my favorite movies of the year came out, Good Time, which was just this crazy movie. I I don't even think I could describe what it's about here, and that's one of my favorite movies of that year. It's such a crazy, just interestingly directed movie. Oh man, Good Time is a good time. So I was like,
There you
based
go.
on Good Time,
So he
I
has
would
your
say
seal of
yes.
approval.
Yeah, for sure.
And
And
he fits in with the like name thing, like it was Batfleck. So now it's Robert Pattinson. Like that's so perfect. If he
you
is
gotta
like,
have that, yeah.
you gotta have it. No one else can be cast if they
Yeah,
don't
well,
have it.
Nicholas Holt, more like.
Nicholas, don't.
I see what you did there. But I was gonna say that reminds me. Do you like Christopher Nolan films? Because I know you're iffy on the Batman movies there.
I think
Like,
that's the only one that I've ever seen. I never
oh, you
watched
haven't
like
seen
Dunkirk or anything.
Inception,
Oh, Inception.
Dunkirk.
I started watching in class one time. I remember it was like a snow day or something, and we went
Oh,
in, and I don't think we ever finished.
oh, really? That's interesting. That was. I mean, that could have been in college. Was it college class or?
No, no, it was back in high
Interesting.
school.
I don't. I
Yeah.
mean, it's PG-13, so I guess that makes sense. Then again, I saw freaking Schindler's List in high school, which rated R. Okay, but anyways,
Wow.
yeah, there was yeah. Okay, have you seen Interstellar?
Nope.
These are
I'm telling you, I haven't seen
those are
anything,
good.
and it has like me not liking the trilogy or not being the biggest fan. I don't. I
Yeah,
think they're good. I think The Dark Knight's a good movie, and
just not a good Batman movie.
Rise
Yeah.
of whatever. What's the third one?
Rises.
Rises is good in some parts, but
That's
not
like
in a lot.
Rises is like a it's like a prequel, like a Spider-Man. It's so quotable. I love
Yeah.
the plane scene is the best cinematic scene ever of just that's like Lex Luthor Oh my gosh, I love the plane scene from Dark Knight Rises. I could quote that from start to finish. But anyways, yeah. So they announced that Robert Pattinson is going to be in Christopher Nolan's newest movie coming out next year, which is this big budget
Oh,
action movie. They said. So I was just going to bring
interesting.
that up. Yeah.
Oh, and lastly, actually, I literally because I was looking up who is the other person because I couldn't remember his name, Nicholas Holtz, and I searched Batman casting, and literally Jim Lee, who's like a really
Jim Lee.
high up at DC, like he's a comic writer
Yeah.
and everything. He had like a picture of like a bunch of stuff that he's taking with him on a trip or something, and on like his tablet or whatever, it says like it's a bunch of interviews, and then it says Robert Pattinson in all caps. So
Huh.
who knows? Just people are pointing out stuff like that. So
Interesting.
I've come around with it. I'm on board with this. I think.
There you go. Good,
So
good,
yeah,
good.
I'm happy
Come
about that.
around. Yeah.
And we also got some pretty cool pictures this week from Vanity Fair with Star Wars Rise of the Skywalkers or Rise of Skywalker, whatever it is.
I didn't care for the pictures. They showed Luke in one of them.
I cared
like
about
a
one.
lot.
Oh, two. That's true. I cared about that one because that's confusing. And
I think that's just a test. Apparently, that's just like a screen test.
mm,
That's what
I
they
mean,
were
he
saying.
could be a Force ghost there,
But or it
and
could
they
be a
just didn't do the
flashback,
effect.
though, right?
But he's that age
Is he?
though.
Is it age? That's why I was gonna ask. Him that
Yeah,
kind of question
he's
later.
that.
Okay.
He's wearing the robes from
Oh.
thing, and R2's there as well. So,
Yeah, I gotta win those old
I don't know.
feelings back.
but what's the coolest part for me was seeing the finally the Knights of Ren actually present there. So,
See, I saw that for a second, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to save this.
mm. Well, I'll just say one thing about that. They're one of the weapons they were actually holding is the exact same weapon from Solo in Dryden Voss's the Mandalorian
Oh.
statue that he has there. It's the exact same weapon. Like,
They're trying to
so
make it full circle, you know. Isn't
I'm
like Lando wearing his solo outfit, you know?
yeah. Oh, that's true. That's a second. That's like the second like Solo thing. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
they're making these full circle.
Maybe they'll bring an old Amelia Clark in now that she's done with Game of
Gosh.
Thrones. She can come over and do that.
No. Did you see the petition? Well, I hate giving attention to these petitions, but these newsstands already did. So there was a petition to make Solo 2 or something. There was a campaign.
That's my next thing. Yes.
Oh, is
That's
it?
what I was
Oh
gonna
my
say.
god.
Yeah.
Oh, Solo 1 year anniversary. I didn't know you were
Yeah,
into that.
I was gonna tie it into that. So yeah, because Solo hit a year anniversary this week,
Yay.
and
Yes.
I
So
and
good.
there's a lot of love for that, and Ron Howard tweeted something out like someone sent him something like they're like at Ron Howard, Solo 2, let's make it happen. He just sent back like a little smiley face, so I thought
Yeah.
that was cute.
That was nice that you did that.
I'd love it.
You'd
Whether
love
it is a
Solo
movie,
2?
I really like Solo,
Really?
and
I
if
forgot
it's
Solo.
either if they either bring it on like I'd love a TV show. Like I would take a Han Solo show over a Cassian Andor and K2 show. Like no,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
even
agree
excited
there.
about that.
I
I
agree
don't know
there.
what that is. But I don't know. I really liked Alden Allright at acting and yeah. Not so much Lando, but I don't know. I'm excited if there is
Funny, I
something.
think Lando stood out the most for me.
At least
what then the
he
droid
was so
stuff.
boring though because for me it was he just did an impression the whole time. He didn't feel like he didn't feel like he was playing a character. He just felt like he was impersonating Billy D. Williams. With Alden Reich, he was like he did his own sort of thing. Like he wasn't
That's the thing. You
he
know,
wasn't mumbling about like
this is funny because usually I would be the one who's like they should have the freedom to do their own sort of thing, and then you would be the one who's like they should be more accurate. But to me, what bothered me was that Alden Ehrenreich wasn't as he didn't remind me of Han Solo, so it was just like I was like, why are we making this movie? Like this is pointless, in my opinion. And all these characters don't show up again. Well, you know, I'm specifically talking about Amelia Clark, which I liked in the movie because she was very attractive. But anyways, the whole point, I have nothing else to say. But yeah, that's it. I like, even like, oh my god, that movie is just it's so mediocre. Like, it's on Netflix and I've never had an inclined to watch it again.
I really I enjoy it, and I think that he does feel like Han. It just takes some time to get into it, and I think, yeah, the first bit on, where the castle, I don't know, it's not very, I don't know. As it
Yeah.
goes through, I think, I believe that it is Han and everything, but
They go
to
to
me,
a
it's
random
just
place
Lando
and
just
she's
feels
conveniently
so.
there. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Lando just feels so by the books. Like they just played it so safe. Like he just, I don't know. It's not interesting.
I liked him in there, but then again, I can't recall anything he did in there. So I don't know.
He
Maybe it's just
cheated,
because
and
I
that's
like.
all I remember.
Oh, maybe
And
it's
then
just
he
'cause I like
saved his
Childish
droid because it
Gambino.
blew up or whatever.
Yeah, that part I remember, and that was a bad part. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
I'm
one year.
happy. Got 2 thumbs up for Solo 2 or something
Solo
on the
2.
streaming
Yeah,
service.
if that ain't happening, something on the streaming service maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be like
We'll
the
see.
Darth Maul show, featuring.
I
Kira.
would love that.
That's
even
what it
if
would be.
even if he showed up in, well, I guess that wouldn't work because Mandalorian's after 6. But yeah, I don't know. I'd just love to see him pop up in something, or yeah, I'd love a Maul show as well. Anyways, Minions 2, The Rise of Gru.
Right.
You literally just heard about this.
I literally did. It's called.
Are you?
I think isn't it just called Minions: The Rise of Gru?
It's Minions 2.
Oh,
Well,
so it is? Yeah,
it's
that's what
in
I'm
the
saying.
background, like.
Oh, there's this logo. Oh my gosh, I gotta see the logo.
Yeah,
I
it's
always rate
really
logos.
crummy though.
Live reaction to logo.
Oh no, it is there too.
Wait, this is it. Oh no, that's just Minions 2. It just says Minions: Rise of Gru. I don't see the 2 in the logo. Right? There's no 2 in the logo, right?
There's IMDb has one.
Oh, I was just looking at
With
this
a
one
2?
by Deadline. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, but at the end of the day, man, Minions 2.
The Rise of Gru.
The
Seeing
Rise
how
of
he
Gru.
gets evil.
Yeah, I guess that's how Minions 1 ended.
With them finding him, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Steve Carell did a little cameo, which I thought was interesting that they got him back.
Mm-hmm.
I am so done with the Despicable Me franchise. After 2, I think I was fine because Minions was pretty bad, and Despicable Me 3 I think was even worse.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like 3.
3 I was not a fan of, so
3 is really forgettable. I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that at all. But Minions was
I don't remember.
It
What
was
was
all
Minions? They go to
right.
like America.
Villain
They-
Con.
When Hitler's
and then,
in rain, they hide in an ice glue, or like an egg glue, and then they come back out, and then
Oh.
they go to America because it can't be the Minions there. But yeah,
And then they came to America and they worked for Scarlet Overkill, played by Sandra
I
Bullock.
don't remember that.
And
Like,
then they
what do
stole the Queen's
do?
crown, and then they betrayed her, and they became King and Queen of England, and then
What?
she throws them in prison, and then I've seen this movie like twice maybe, but yeah, I think that's more memorable than the third one.
Oh no, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't even remember what happened in the third one.
Also,
I remember the thing from the trailer, which they showed 15,000 times, and that was it.
Yeah, is that the highest grossing one for Minions? I think no.
Yeah, it grossed more than Toy Story 3.
Oh really?
It's like I think it's the highest grossing anime movie besides Frozen. So fantastic job there.
Ooh.
Yeah, what a great movie. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Despicable
mean,
Me 2 made more.
Yeah.
Actually.
I saw Despicable Me 3. It was a Saturday night like a year ago or something. I don't remember quite much about it, but yeah, it was not a good one. So I have
Yeah.
no.
I don't know.
recollection.
Do you think there will be Lego?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there'll be Lego, which makes me so sad.
And maybe some brickheads because of the rumor about license. So
gosh. Can we?
I'd be on
just-
board for that.
No. I mean,
A nice groove brickhead.
no. I mean, I
Long
liked
nose.
Angry Birds the line. So knowing this, it'll be colorful stuff, which I like. I like colorful
That's
cartoony
true.
builds. But like, I'm just so sick of like Trolls getting a license, which is cool. I like weird random licenses, but like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, Trolls, here's a Lego thing for you. I know all you guys despise Lego listening.
Oh
you guys
my
only watch us
goodness,
for
yeah.
the movies.
And
Now-
talking about Fortnite.
Oh yeah, talking about Fortnite. There you go. Yeah, that's why you watch. But I'm pretty sure Trolls they're gonna have molded heads with hair that you can comb. That's my prediction.
Oh.
Exactly.
Never
Once
even
you
thought
think
of
about
that.
that, that is literally all my interest in the minifigures there is gone. Because that's why they had like literally the whole point of Trolls from the start has been their hair that you comb and stuff.
Yeah.
Think about it. So I'm like, I didn't even think about that. Now all my hype for that theme is just gone. I do not want those Like that's gross.
It's a new Lego play feature.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, disgusting. I don't even want that theme now. All right. Well, maybe the build will be good, but. Ugh.
Listen, I'm willing to take the hit for having combable hair if we get Shrek. All right.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. If Shrek 5 ever comes out, when's Shrek 5 coming?
Oh my goodness. I can't wait for them to take a villain or someone that we've already known in the world and then take a new spin on it.
No.
Continuity.
Just do like I don't know. I don't. I'll be honest. I hate Shrek's kids. I think Shrek's kids are just.
I hope
Get
they're
them
grown
out.
up and teenagers
I hope
and
they go
they're
to college.
gritty.
They go to far away college, right? Wasn't that the thing from Three?
That would be funny.
That was literally like the best.
What
part
was
of
that?
Three.
Worcestershire?
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, that was it.
Where
It was
Archie
on the island,
went,
right? Yeah. That was because there was some good college commentary there, and then like.
Yeah.
It's funny because right when that
Sir
happens,
Lancelot and everything.
I think after that the movie totally becomes just trash. But like
when
that
they
was
meet
the last
Merlin
good part.
eating rocks and cracking his knuckles.
Merlin. Oh my gosh. Please. And Archie is annoying. Right, Archie? That was his name. Artie. They called him Artie.
Artie, yeah, you're right.
Like Artie.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking about Shrek 3 now. Okay, let's get on to a better topic.
Stranger Things new Coke ad.
Yeah, new Coke. It's coming back.
They sold out or something.
Did they sell out? Because I was on there for
like
an
crashed the
hour.
website, one of the two.
It crashed the website. I was on there for an hour, and then I went on 2 hours later. Bam. Got 2 copies. I'm good.
Really? For what, I wonder?
Of course, you know what it's for. We'll keep it a surprise, but yeah, obviously.
But that's exciting. I'm glad that... It's so weird to think that was so hated back then, and then all these years later, the show's like, yeah, we're just gonna feature it, and then boom, it's like the most popular thing, which I just think is, it's crazy. It's fascinating to me.
Well, like I was gonna say that one thing about this whole campaign is that the new Coke, it's a scam because it's $20. You get 2 bottles of regular Coke, and you get 2 new Coke bottles.
2 bottles of regular Coke and 2 new Coke bottles.
But they have an exclusive Stranger Things label on them.
Ew,
What?
so it's not even like authentic.
No, it's just it's the 2 Coke bottles. No, the 2 Coke bottles have a Stranger Things logo. New Coke doesn't have it. Hopefully.
34 years later.
Yeah, 34, right? Because 85. Yep, 34. So I wish they would have done. Just give me like I thought it was going to be like an 8-pack of like new Coke for like $20. But no. So now I have to savor these cans. I was gonna buy them for all my friends.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, new Coke. Because that's $5.
Make it rain new Coke.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that's interesting. I don't even, is that only in the US? Like, I haven't even looked into it. I would hate to know like shipping it to Canada and everything.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe it was available for Canada.
Oh look, that's actually searched in my thing. Anyways, it's fine. I don't really like Coke that much anyways.
I don't.
I'm the Sprite drinker.
Well, all those are great. Oh my gosh, I had
saw
Coke
the
recently
vlog.
for the first time in a year, but like,
Yeah.
I can't drink soda. Soda is very bad for the human body, so I cannot drink it. I gotta stay away from it as possible, as far as
just
possible.
too shredded.
Yeah, I know, dude. I have a 6-pack now. It's crazy. You watch out.
I mean, your figures always had the 6-pack.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of 6-packs and all the muscles and all that, Terminator, the 5th Terminator,
Yes,
Fate
dude.
of the
Oh my god. No, you mean
Dark
the 3rd
Fate.
Terminator.
That's right, Terminator 2.5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no interest in this movie.
Yeah, the trailer did not do well with me.
Nope.
I'm interested in it, like what I think is gonna happen.
I'll tell you why I'm not interested in it.
Go for it.
Because Genesis was the same marketing and everything.
But yeah, that's
garbage.
what we're saying.
Salvation. Oh, this is garbage. I heard Rise of the Machine sucks. I've never seen it.
It's not very good. Yeah.
It isn't very good. There you go. And this one, it's like, I mean, they said it's gonna be rated R, but like I don't care. Just make a good movie, okay? I don't care who you get back. I don't care what you get back. You have great ideas in this franchise from before. Just make a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first 2 were wrapped up. I think that's good. Just leave it like that. But they keep trying this, and they're probably going to fail with this one, and then they're going to try it again in 2 years, 3 years. They're going to fail with this one. I don't know. What do you think?
So with Salvation, if I'm saying this right. That was the fourth one with
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. That was going to be the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah,
Then
I don't remember. That's one of the worst
Genesis.
movies I've ever seen. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, that was. I fell asleep. And then Genesis, I haven't watched yet, but that was going to be the start of a new trilogy. Didn't happen.
Oh yeah,
This is going to be the start
so
of a new
bad,
trilogy,
too.
and I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm excited that Sarah Connor's back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's cool.
That's probably the most interesting thing. She had a thing in Salvation, didn't she?
She
think
recorded some lines or something.
Yeah, I think I don't totally remember.
I don't
That's
know.
one of the least memorable movies. That's like X-Men. Salvation came at the same time as like X-Men Origins Wolverine, and they're both on the same level of me of just garbage. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. It's something. I'm interested. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm interested.
I only like the
I
Bjork
don't-
cover in there. All right, is that Bjork? Whatever that band's called. I love the cover they had in there for the music. I thought the music was good. That's about it. Everything else, the CGI looked terrible.
It's just a new Terminator that can jump out of its skeleton, and then I don't care.
Post-apocalyptic
Sorry.
wasteland. Yeah.
But it's happening.
Oh,
and
oh my gosh! They have that, and then I'm like, well, at least it looks smaller in scale. And then the last two frames are like a freaking plane crashing, and I'm like, okay, well, never mind.
Michael Bay directed those two scenes.
Yeah, I was like, hey, go back to because I think they tried to recapture Judgment Day, like the second one. I say go back to the first one and make it this small. I know you said you didn't like the first one, but make it this small kind of horror movie. That would work, but no, they keep trying to go big and bold, and I think that they're just, I don't know, I think that it's one of those series that just leave it be, you know? Like, Back to the Future doesn't need a sequel. Ghostbusters did not need one.
They all need sequels, Justin.
Yeah,
Everything
no.
needs a sequel.
Yes, everything needs a
including
sequel.
Solo, a Star Wars story.
I actually, you know what? No, ill. I have a whole thing. I had a conspiracy. I had a whole, what is it called? I had an epiphany while watching Aladdin. Good transition, right? But like,
excellent transition.
I'm thinking in 2020,
yeah,
Disney is done with like doing this.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you why. Look, no, I'll tell you why.
All right.
They're trying to wrap up all the franchises and everything before 2020 because what's going to happen is 2010s was the decade of like, let's recapture nostalgia, let's make sequels to everything that was like old and good and try to recapture and make it good. But what's wrapping up this year? Toy Story, Frozen, Star Wars,
right,
MCU.
Okay.
Their whole thing is that consumers
and no more sequels for Pixar.
Well, yeah, sequels. No more sequels for Pixar. Exactly. I thought of that too. The whole thing is consumers are getting tired. Moviegoers are getting tired of sequels. They're getting. This is what they're doing. This is part of like Disney's like, not social engineering, but just in your mind, what they're doing is okay. Let's just put as much sequels as possible this last year, so consumers get tired, and then they want us to do new stuff. Well, in 2020, we're gonna have totally new stuff. Think about it. They spammed you with Toy Story 4, Star Wars Episode 9, Frozen 2, all these MCU movies, and then consumers are going to be like, okay, please, just give me original stuff, and then bam. Oh, Onward, what is this, you know? Oh, what's this new MCU franchise of characters we've never heard of?
But, like, Mulan's coming out next year.
Yes, Mulan is coming out, and apparently that's going to be nothing
so
like
is
the
Cruella
original.
DeVille, Little Mermaid's in the works.
I know, you're right. Okay, the Disney remakes, maybe those aren't done. But
I
even
want
then,
them to have a
but even
cinematic
then-
universe. I'm not going to lie. I want to see them all interact with each other.
Oh gosh, I
That's
actually
what
have
I
something
want,
to
and
say
it'll be the
about with
cringiest
Aladdin.
thing. I have something to say, too,
I
about
think we
that.
both are thinking about the same thing. But
I don't
also,
know,
one more thing is that do we know any dates for any of these remakes besides Mulan?
No.
I think they might just play it low now. I think they might do just Mulan next year. Maybe one at like in summer or something. But this year they did 3. No, they did 4.
Yeah,
They're
this
doing
year's a
Maleficent.
lot.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
I
They're
was
literally doing
thinking,
this on
I'm like,
purpose.
man, Dumbo, which we didn't watch.
Yeah.
You didn't see it, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Dumbo, and then this, and then Maleficent. Or, sorry, Lion King, and then Maleficent. It's a big... And in November, whatever, you've got Lady and the Tramp as well. When the streaming service launches.
I don't count that. But yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot.
And like the most annoying sequels, Toy Story 4, because the general public is like, why is there a Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2? Because the general public likes hating on popular things.
I don't know about Frozen 2. I think Frozen 2 is justified to have a sequel. I don't know about Toy
think
Story
so
4.
personally. I think so personally. I agree, but you know, back in, I don't remember if you remember Frozen time, but everybody was like, "Ill, Frozen. What is this?" Ew.
That was me.
There you go. Really, that was you. That was you.
Yeah. I never watched it. I refused to watch it.
Wait, you've never seen Frozen?
I've seen it. I had no. I back then I refused to watch it.
Really?
Yeah, and then I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was as good as what I think. You know what? I think it's really good. I think that it because I heard so much about it. It's the same with Avatar. I heard so much, and then like it was just fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I see what you're saying. I got you.
I love the songs though, and I like the characters and everything
song.
like that.
Love is an Open Door, best song. Other than that, I don't think I like any other song from there. Let It Go.
You don't like Let It Go because it's been overplayed.
I will tell you why. Let It Go is fine, but I don't like it because it's overplayed. I like it because it's overused. This ties in with Aladdin.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, are we going spoilers or not?
Go non-spoilers and spoilers.
All right. I thought Aladdin was surprisingly decent. 6 out of 10.
Oh my goodness. That's like the most positive thing I've ever heard you say on the podcast about a show besides like Endgame. And you give it a 6.
Yeah, it was surprisingly decent.
My goodness. Welcome to the original Ashncast show with just you.
Yeah.
I really loved it, and I think that I enjoyed it more than the original, and I will say why. And I think that it fixes a lot of the... Listen, the story, obviously, it follows the same beats as the original. It fixes a lot of the things, and I would say some of the
Be careful what you say,
mythology around some things. But that's all I'll say before going into spoilers. I think that it was really great. Also, Will Smith was amazing. Fantastic. I know that you're probably disappointed. Did you like it?
I'm not gonna. Okay. I mean, I want to go into it, but we got.
All right. We'll just go spoilers.
All right.
3, 2,
1. All right. So, Will Smith. At first, I did not like him.
Really?
But, yes, because I was like, oh gosh, no, and it looked terrible. The CGI for him in Blue.
Yeah,
looked terrible.
especially when he was big. I didn't mind it so much when he was tall, but when he was like leaning there talking to him,
I'm like,
that was a little off.
I was like, I'll tell you this: the movie started. I'm like, because I saw Aladdin for the first time in many years. Last night. So I'm like, I saw this, the 1992 version, and then I saw this new one, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually doing stuff better than the original. Like, they introduced everything quickly. They introduced it so much more naturally than the original. I felt like.
I know, and sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but
no, I cut you
You just reminded me of something. The beginning part, when I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. The beginning part when they were when they went through and like when he was singing Arabian Nights, that's what every single trailer should have been for this movie. Like the trailer, remember the first trailers for this was so bad.
I don't remember them. I just remember
the world building in that one bit, like them flying through Agrabah and everything. Remember I said they should just have Iago fly through the whole thing, and then it ended with the Cave of Wonders. That's how they like. It was just the beginning of that. Like it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Just oh my goodness.
I liked when Aladdin was going through the market and everything like that. Like that was like, it felt the original one. What I noticed with the original one was so much more emphasis on slapstick, and okay, this is controversial. Okay, Iago and
Iago.
Yeah, Iago. I can never say it right. Yeah. Iago. I always say Lago, but I got it. Iago. Iago. See, I can't say it.
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried and Abu, right? Abu the monkey.
Abu, yeah.
Abu. Okay, I'm saying that right. Are so annoying in the original. I used to like Gilbert. I don't know what I thought. Like I watched it last night, and I'm like, these characters are so annoying. Can we stop cutting back to them? And in this movie, they were so not annoying. They were just there, and I think there was 1 or 2 times, but like. In the beginning, there was so much more slapstick in the original with the guards and everything, and I'm like, they didn't do any of that with this one, and I like that. It was so much smoother, it was so much more natural, and it just felt like they introduced Jasmine there, and it was kind of a different take. It was a little bit of a different take, but they had her whole thing. They even had a little switch up where she was saying that she was her handmaiden and said, like, I was like, okay, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is flowing all well. And all of it flowed really well until right when, when the place collapsed and then he meets Genie. Right when he meets Genie, that's when the movie started getting iffy. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's when I started going, ooh, because there was just parts where it was like, Genie was there and it looked terrible. And Genie, at first, Will Smith wasn't like charismatic as Genie, which I get it. He's been trapped in there for many years. But to me, that made him, I didn't really care to see him. I was like, honestly, show me the other characters at this point because they're more interesting than Genie at this point.
Minus Jafar.
Well, actually, with Jafar, I will say this. Jafar was a Kylo Ren. Jafar, I liked. He was like Kylo Ren.
I didn't like him. Didn't like his performance, but I don't know. But I loved his motivation. Like they set up his story
much better,
perfectly. Like subtly at the beginning, like just with every little thing. Like
that was the thing.
He's like second. Like
in the beginning, when they do
good.
Arabian Nights, they just showed him sending the guy in there, and then that was better than what they did in the original. And because in the original they had this whole scene, and it's like whatever. Like this was just like, okay, we solved that quickly. So I was like, this is going by fast. I'm amazed. And this is supposedly a longer movie, but
it is, yeah.
Yeah, to me, in the original there was like, oh, Jafar's ugly. He's all this, and he was just this menacing guy. But in this one, I get it. He's kind of a loser. Like Jafar is a loser in this one, and I was like, that actually works. Now I know why he is kind of this. Because I was always like, he's this not menacing guy in the new remake. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
But it actually made sense for his character. I was like, oh, I get it.
I thought
now.
his acting was a little over the top.
Over the top. Yeah, I didn't. You know what's
The
funny? I did
yelling
not
and
feel
stuff.
that. I did not feel that with this one. The
No?
only one who was over the top was some of the guards in the beginning. What was that first guard?
I don't
guy
know
had a
his
name.
nor do I care. I hate him in the trilogy.
Really? Well, in this one, I thought he was
Hazim?
terrible. Yeah, that's probably it.
Hakeem, something like that.
I thought he was terrible. He was the only part of the beginning that was like that really stood out. But like, and sometimes the acting of like Jasmine and Aladdin, like some of their
At
things,
the beginning, I found like as it went along, I don't know.
it felt a little bit iffy. Like, I don't know. It felt like almost like a Disney Channel, but other than that, it was fine. And so, but once Genie gets introduced, it's almost like you ain't ever had a friend like me, right? That's the name of the song, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't like. It was weird because one thing I liked was that they took out all the pop culture references of the original, which I also liked in the original.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird. I like that in the original, but this makes this one more timeless. It's a double-edged sword, I guess.
That's why I kind of like. Okay, well, first of all, for me, I'm the complete opposite with you. Like, I thought that the beginning was good. It wasn't great. Genie came into the scene, like, ear to ear, just smiling through the entire scene of You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. Like, just, I love that so much. And, what was I going to say? I think that he wasn't as jarring as Robin Williams with all the like Jack Nicholson, and then you've got Arnold, and like
exactly,
it's just so in your face. And really, there was only like 2 moments, and it was right when he got out of the lamp. Like those are the only 2 that like with the little get inside the magic carpet and blah blah, blah, right, with the waiter hat, and then he also had the movie thing, which I don't know how I feel about that.
The movie thing,
but I liked how they had the little.
I will say that was visually interesting.
Yeah, I like the little subtle Disney references that they had throughout the whole thing. Like, he was explaining about, he's explaining the master thing, or I don't remember what it was. He had a scroll or whatever,
and it had the original?
It was cartoon Aladdin and cartoon Sultan and then cartoon Genie, and then when he was on the map, he was a little cartoon, and they had the Disney castle, and also, one of my favorite little subtle things was while they were talking about like what his first wish was. Carpet was building sandcastles. Yeah. And at one point, he actually built the Disney castle.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. It was like, oh, it's so cute, little Carpet.
I didn't even notice that was that, yeah.
But I really I loved him a lot, and he can sing. No offense to Robin Williams, but like Will Smith can
Well,
sing.
here's the thing. I was like, is it okay? Did Robin Williams rap in the original?
No, there wasn't a rap part. I don't even think that's
Okay.
a line in the first one because he says, yeah, I've been listening to it, and he says something like, I can rap, whatever.
That part stood out, and I was like, oof. And
I didn't mind
another
that,
thing
though.
that I noticed with that particular part, funny because I was like, he didn't stand out like Robin Williams when he first came out of the lamp and stuff, but like it felt like the song was too much like Robin Williams. I felt like if you're gonna do like a rap part and everything, do more original skits and stuff because he had all these skits that were the exact same, and then they had like some cool part with like a puppeteering part that was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. They had this part with the rapping, which it stood out as I was like, that's
His own
too
sort of
different or something. I think they should have just done like a whole different take on like the animation.
I
and
don't
stuff
think
there.
you can though. I don't think that you can with that.
I feel like they could have, and I feel like
Those
it
are
would
the
have been
two most iconic songs. I'd say.
better. I get, yeah. I mean, you
And,
could do it without changing the songs, but like without changing the songs themselves. But you could just do different visual gags. Is my point with that. I think it would have been because it's just like
there
at
was
the
a
end of the
lot
day,
different.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, there was a lot different. I think,
I don't know.
but a lot of the same as well. I don't know. I don't know.
But-
I quite enjoyed him.
I grew to enjoy him like in the middle. Like I kind of like what they gave with the handmaiden story with him and stuff, and how they gave him a backstory. Like I started liking him there. Like even the little dance party scene or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, that's kind of cool. Like that part wasn't in the original, and that was like an interesting addition.
it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and it was cool. It just added more to the characters and stuff like that. That was a good lengthening. But then, I think the movie just becomes like the movies became like bad, unfortunately, in like the last 20 minutes or so, like last 30 minutes, because the whole final resolution and everything, in my opinion, went by too quickly. It seemed like it was, in my opinion, they threw all like the whole buildup of Jafar. They threw that away, and then they add this song with with Jasmine. The song they added.
It was the same one as before.
Yeah, I know they
Yeah,
added it. They had it before, and I didn't like it before, and then they had it here like later on in the movie, and I thought it was the worst, most unfitting part. These guards get Thanos snapped. I don't even know what's going on there. And
I saw someone to the right of me. They just lifted their hand like, what? It was funny.
it's funny because, like I said, I want them to add new stuff, and they did a good new thing throughout like the beginning where they trimmed it down and they added different takes on stuff. That was great. They did the dance thing and they added this whole handmaiden story. That was all good. But when they did it with that song, it feels so out of place. It wasn't a good song in my opinion, and it sounded like Let It Go. It sounded like they're trying to capture Let It Go.
I like the song. She's a great singer, first of all. Like way better than Aladdin. No offense to him, but like, man, she can sing. And the song though, because I've downloaded it all and I try listening to it with the other songs, and it feels so out of place. It feels
That's
so
what I feel
current.
like.
It feels like
Yes.
something that you would hear on the radio. It does not
Yes.
feel like it's a good
Exactly.
song. I like what they're doing. Like I like the idea of what they're doing behind it. I like Jasmine's story here probably more than the original.
They gave her more of a role.
Yeah, even they cut stuff out in the original. You know when she's put in the hourglass?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was gonna break herself out with her hairpin or whatever, but they were too lazy and didn't do the animation because they didn't have enough time.
Well,
so
doesn't
then
she
Aladdin
get
just breaks
broken
her
up?
out.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
So she was gonna have her own like heroic moment of like she can do it herself, but then they didn't do it. So I enjoyed her here. And I really appreciate the fact that they fixed the end for me, because I hate in the original how he's like, first of all, first wish, make me a prince. Makes him a prince. Then in the third one, like in the original, he goes, well, Al, I can make you a real prince now if you want, or I can make you a prince again, he says, and it'll actually work this time. I'm like, sorry? Why didn't it work the first time? Isn't he still a prince then? Like, that's such a waste of... I know that obviously he chooses to free a genie, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I didn't mind
I
that
like
part,
what they
though.
did here, where he's just like, yeah, I see the rules here, I could just, like, snap it out of existence. Like, at least they fixed that. And also, this can't really set up a sequel.
Yeah.
I keep going back and forth with it in my mind because one of my favorite parts is like when Jafar becomes a genie, and he didn't look very good here. But anyways,
Yeah.
when
That
he
was funny.
becomes when he becomes the genie, and like I like the idea of the second story, like in the movie, like the sequel,
The sequel
original.
story, I don't remember it, so if you're gonna.
I watched all three, and maybe also another thing, I watched all three before watching this, and
Mm-hmm.
it could be because as the movies went along, in the third one, Robin Williams was just so in your face with all these references. He was
Well,
like Snow
you said he
White
was
and
there for
like
like 2 seconds.
Cinderella in like
They had It's a Small World.
oh yeah, but it's so in your face with all
Yeah.
the Disney reference. I love Disney, but that's too much stuff
It
thrown
was
at your
Wreck-It
face.
Ralph
It was
too, you're saying.
it was Wreck-It Ralph.
Ah
For
ha
sure.
ha 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 ha. I got you.
Yeah, so maybe it was because of that.
Mhm.
I was a little tired of all the impressions and stuff. But
I see.
oh, what was I gonna say about the ending? Oh, about Genie. I like that isn't when he is free, he becomes human.
Yeah.
Like that to me
That made
is
more
more
sense than in the.
powerful and so much
Yeah.
more sense than like he could just make you a prince then afterwards. Like whatever you want because you're friends. He still
Yeah.
has the power as a genie. He can just do whatever. Like to me, it made more sense to have him human. And in the original, I was just watching because I wanted to make sure that I understood what the third wish was that he was trying to get
Mhm.
Aladdin to do. He even says, "I've been looking like I've been searching or whatever like for a beautiful woman or like a girl like her, and they don't come around that often or whatever." So to me, that one line probably set up this whole side thing, which I really liked as well, for him to
Mhm.
have actually like stake in everything that happened, not
I
just because
see.
he's friends with Al, but like
Well, with a small thing with that whole storyline, I kind of wish the beginning they would have not shown the kids, but keep everything the same. I know,
yeah.
because it kind of almost spoiled what was. Because I'm like, oh, that's gonna happen. Like,
The minute he said, I knew that I noticed that they didn't show the face, and I didn't even think anything of it. I knew that there was a new character, or whatever. But the minute he says, "Ooh, look that handmaid," I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh,
I'm like,
all
oh,
right, I'm good."
yeah. And that was another thing. Well, I like that they added that. It was kind of like I wish they had more time together, like because I would
Yeah.
take that. Like that relationship. I wouldn't mind if they put more screen time towards that. And it did feel like towards the middle and there was a lot of parts that kind of dragged on. So I was like, could have cut that part out to add more time with them too. But yeah,
Yeah, while I liked the idea of the chase scene on the carpet, it just felt a little drawn
chase
out.
scene on.
for
Oh
me.
yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. I didn't that whole like the final battle and everything here. While logically it might have been better than like the original, I think the original was more entertaining. This one was, I didn't like what they did here really, and it felt like
Yeah.
it like Jafar kind of threw away. I'm trying to remember specifically from the movie. There was a certain part that Jafar kind of like it was just like, oh, you're kind of like I liked your motivations throughout the movie, but now it's just kind of like, okay, you just want to become ultimate power, all this stuff. Like, I don't know. It was something I know. Obviously, throughout the movie, he wants to have power and all this stuff because he even said it. He started out as a street rat, just like Aladdin.
Yeah, I didn't like the "now you see me" sort of stuff going on there.
What do you mean now you see me like the movie?
Yeah, you know in the second one when they're tossing around the card in that one scene,
Oh yes,
it felt like that at some
I didn't
points
feel
when they're
that.
like,
I love
"Haha, I've got the lamp." No,
that
I've got
part.
the lamp. I'm like,
Now
ah.
you see me. That's like I mean Jesse Eisenberg is a master at this. That's a Lex Luthor movie. I love it. Now you see me too, like but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just overall, also graphically, I think while you, like you're like I get like the genie graphics, the first one that's one of the first movies to integrate the 3D and the 2D.
Oh yeah,
it
with
looks like trash,
the place.
utter
What
trash.
is it? You said
In the
name
Cave
of
of
the place.
Wonders.
Yes, that looked bad. That looked bad in the original. Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie, but then again, this movie Genie looked bad when he was blue, in my opinion. Other than that, like they had some great shots in here, which I really liked and stuff like that. So it was good. Like even how they did, the palace and everything. I liked it better in this movie than in the animated movie, which is saying a lot because it looked
Yeah.
more like a city.
I like, yeah, because I think in like I'm mostly basing this off of Kingdom Hearts, but it's mostly in a desert. I like that like you've got the port and you've got like it felt
Yeah.
more of a real world,
Yeah.
a whole new world. But I really loved it a lot.
That was a great scene too. They
And yeah,
because in the original they have this part of like humor where he's trimming the pyramid or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they admitted that here because it's like,
Yeah.
it's sometimes in the original they would cut to like Genie, they would cut to the parrot, they would cut to the monkey, they would cut to a little joke that takes away from the seriousness of a certain scene, and it was annoying. I didn't feel that with anything here, except there was one part where I was like, okay, that was just like a joke thrown in to kind of alleviate the tension in the middle, but it felt out of place. I don't know, that annoys me. In Marvel movies they do that all the time, and it annoys the heck out of me, where they'll throw in a joke after something serious and it doesn't feel right, and then they'll go back to seriousness, and I'm just like, ugh, don't do this. Anyways.
But yeah, no, I agree, and I think that I was confused with if I was expecting Iago to just start talking,
Yeah.
but he never really did. But I think that's fine, I guess.
I liked it. Like I said, I was annoyed by Gilbert Gottfried in the beginning, so.
When you were watching it, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the original, yeah, so.
And the Sultan wasn't a bumbling idiot in this one either.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Appreciated that as well.
Exactly. I was like, again, they took. There was a lot of funny parts in here, but they took, the serious stuff more serious. Like in the original
I think the comedy in this. Sorry.
No,
the comedy in this was more fluid, like you're saying. It wasn't as like, all right, it comes to a halt when he does an impression and then back.
But it's funny because I do want to reiterate. I like the impressions, and I like those pop culture.
I do as well. I love impressions.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. It's just like, it felt like, I don't even know, because like, I don't even know. It's weird. The original Aladdin is interesting because I used to love it as a kid, but rewatching it, it's still a good movie. It's still a classic, but like, I noticed a lot more that I didn't like. Well, when I rewatched Lion King, I think I loved it even more.
Yeah, This gets me excited for Lion King. I hope excited you're right. For Lion King, but
like, that's the thing.
I wasn't excited about this. Like, not really. When I started doing the Bricktober pack, I'm like, yeah. Like, I started to get hyped, and then coming out of it, I'm like, yeah. Like, that was... It surpassed all my expectations.
It did surpass my expectations, too. I was going in, this is going to suck, but then,
Is this your favorite live-action Disney?
I think that one's still Jungle Book, because I liked Jungle Book a lot as a kid, but
I don't.
It's not really the. I know you don't like that one, but Jungle Book, the original, isn't really the greatest. So they I think they improved in many aspects, but
I've seen that movie once on a plane, so
that's kind of a bad place to see a movie.
I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me, but
they're going to make a sequel to that apparently, so we'll see.
Yeah. I think that this is my favorite. I think by far.
Well, it's definitely better than not Sleeping Beauty. What is it called? Beauty and the Beast. Didn't see Cinderella. Better than Beauty and the Beast.
You
better
should
than
see Cinderella.
Better than Alice
people really love Cinderella, and I think that it's just
good?
there.
Oh
no.
Yeah, I heard it was good. But
listen.
I don't.
Anything's better than Maleficent.
Yeah, gosh, and they're making a sequel to that, which looks terrible.
And I haven't seen Dumbo, so I can't really say that this is the best one.
Alice in Wonderland. Did you see Alice in Wonderland?
Well, that's a sequel.
That's
a sequel, though.
Was it really a sequel?
Yeah, it's not a rehash. It's a
I don't
sequel.
remember at all. So.
And then they had The Looking Glass. Like, there's 3 books.
Oh.
And Alice in Wonderland, the first Tim Burton one, or like the Johnny Depp one. That's the second book, and then the third one is Through the Looking Glass.
There you
or
go.
1 and 2 are in one book. It's something like that.
I barely remember it, but there you go. I just remember not liking it.
If you could pick one Disney movie to be made into live action, what would it be?
Black Cauldron. There you go.
Never seen
Obscure one that I haven't seen, you haven't seen.
People haven't seen it, but you want it.
But I want that because I'm like, okay, then we can make something out of it. But again, at the end of the day, that's almost what weighs this movie down. I'm like, wow, all this was cool, and like, what was the point of this? Like, should that even weigh it down? Yeah, like, it's like, I get it's a cash grab.
It's like it's on the same tier as releasing from the Disney Vault again.
Exactly.
For limited time.
What is the
Aladdin
end game
in live action?
All these movies. Like, I don't know.
It's a cinematic universe.
I hope not. I hope not.
Remember, you were gonna say something. What did you think was the cinematic thing?
Okay. Was that Pride Rock and like the little tree and stuff?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Oh, in a whole
there
new
was
world,
a moment.
They go there and it felt like that.
See, I'm talking about that as well. In a whole new world, when they were panning up, when they were flying, I saw the stuff in the water, and like, please be a mermaid, please be a mermaid, please be a mermaid. And for a moment, I'm like, please start the cinematic universe. Like, that would just be fantastic.
Well, in the original, don't they go to where do they go? They go to Greece, right, or something like that.
They
in
go
that
to a
song?
bunch. Yeah, I think he chases Hercules or what am I thinking?
Yeah, they reference Hercules. They
Yeah,
reference
but not that
Hercules.
Hercules. It's something else.
Exactly. That's why I was
Um,
expecting that, and I thought, wait, we haven't remade it Hercules. That's going to be a 2020.
That's what I
2021.
want. I really want it. And James Wood could play. I actually watched it last night. I was on a Disney like binge afterwards. I want them to remake Hercules next. That's my most hyped one. And
I rewatched it while building Ninjago City 2 years ago, so
yeah.
that's a good one. James Wood.
And I was looking. He could play Hades. Like he kind of like James Earl Jones. Like bring back only one person. Please bring him back
they
him for
have
Hades.
to do that. They have to do it.
Oh, he looks so.
That is the best part.
It's fitting. Like
That
he's
is
like the
literally
right sort of age, like and face and everything. Oh my goodness! Just thinking about, and they could even do Danny DeVito. I don't know if he'd actually do that.
No,
That'd be pretty great if
that's
they
too
did.
far. That's too
But
far.
yeah,
I just want James Woods back, and I was James Woods. He's blacklisted by Hollywood. But anyways, I was looking and. I think it was in Lindsay Ellis's video. She has a great video about just the whole Genie, Robin Williams thing. You should check it out. Did you see it? You know
no, but I know all the history of it.
Yeah, it's a really interesting video. But she said there's very few like actors that you would tie to a Disney character. That okay, this is the definitive actor of this Disney character, and I think James Woods is one of those that you gotta tie that to Hades. So like, and that was the same
I
with
would
Robin
say
Williams
that
and Genie. You know.
I'd say the same for Scar.
Yeah,
With Jeremy
I would
Irons.
I would say that, but I don't think the general public would say that. But I would
Really?
say that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't think
Did
the
you?
general public would say that.
Speaking of that, you remember? What's his name? It's Iago, the real actor.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
He said something so snarky when they casted Alan Tudyk.
Oh yeah, he was ticked off. Because think about it this way though, he's been the same actor for Iago in every single thing.
Kingdom Hearts and everything
Yeah.
post that. Yeah.
The least they could do is bring him back. And while it worked,
Listen,
in my favor,
I don't think that he would have. I don't think he could have done it. I don't think he would have been able to do it.
Yeah,
Because it was too. What he did was more comedic. What Alan Tudyk did, he was like doing like a bird voice at the same time as like
yeah.
still being funny, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I just think it was kind of a mean move on Disney's part, but yeah, other than that,
Maybe.
yeah, it fit better. Like he
Yeah.
annoyed me in the first movie, so there you go.
There you go. Anything else about? I think you enjoyed this more than a 6.
No, okay, well, like I enjoyed this more than Shazam. I enjoyed this more than Captain Marvel. Those were 5s, or Captain Marvel at this point. Yeah, I think it's both of them are 5s. So like. But like I didn't enjoy this. Let me see. What's a 7? I'm trying to think of a 7 movie that
I don't know a 7 movie on your scale.
Really...
I don't think your scale goes up to 6. It's only 6 to 10.
The first John Wick, that was a 7.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed that better than this movie. It was more interesting. Shrek Forever After was a 7. Yeah, I enjoyed that better than this
Shrek
movie.
Forever After is a 7?
Yeah, dude, rewatch them. Shrek Forever After. It's the darkest of the Shrek franchise, but it's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, this one wasn't as dark either. Like they talk about decapitating.
Oh yeah,
heads
that
and,
was
like,
another thing that stood out with the
all
original.
this stuff.
I was like, holy crud!
When I was watching it too, when I was, when Jafar says the line about you should be seen, not heard. I turned to my computer. I'm like, what did he just say? I was shocked that they put that in the movie. And then when they did it,
computer.
Yeah, because I had 2 laptops going to the left.
Seen Not Heard. Is that the original?
It's in the original movie. Jafar says that to her. And I was shocked. And then he says it in this twice or something. And I have a feeling that people are probably going to be like, oh, they're like, oh, feminist stuff. Meanwhile, it's like actually a line from the original, which I really
did not
thought was
notice
a cool
that. You know what?
thing.
I'll be funny. That I did not notice that was a line from the original.
I was shocked that they put that in the original.
I did not notice that at all. Because I heard that and I was like, okay, people are gonna be triggered by that, but I think it fits here. I think it's fine here.
Yeah.
But wow, yeah, I didn't notice that. There was one part where I was like, oh, okay, I see. Oh, well, yeah, the song was just not good.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah. Whatever.
Anyways,
How
I
to Train
really love
Dragon
this, though.
3 was a 7, and I'd probably rate that one a 6. I gotta lower that one. Star Wars
Higher
Born was
this
7.
one.
Yeah. No, well, I'm telling you,
You've
Aladdin.
been so positive about this. I
I
don't
know.
think there. You can go back and listen to the past 16.
Aladdin
I don't
one.
even know if you talked this hyped about like Avengers End. No, I'm just joking.
No, Aladdin one. I might make that a 6 now. That's about.
Are
all.
you gonna rate the other one?
Which one?
The other, like the OG? Did you put a score up?
Yeah, it's a 7.
You gave the OG a 7 and this a 6.
Yep, and I might actually. No, I still think the original's better because at the end of the day, the original's such a tighter movie. It's like it's. I think the only clunky part is really the beginning of the original, but other than that, they get everything done. Like it's funny in the original, when I started really liking the original is with the introduction of Genie. When this one, it started kind of getting with the introduction of Genie. That part I didn't like. The last part I didn't like. The middle section of this is pretty good though. The middle section of Aladdin, the original, I think is probably the best part. It's kind of like the peak. And then like the endings, it's pretty good. Like I like the final battle. It's just clunky logically, and the beginning of the original is kind of like So yeah, I don't know.
Does this inspire you to watch the other two?
Nope, not at all. I have no. actually, what I'm going to do is watch. I did this last night. I want to watch just the Genie parts of them because I just want to see what he references and stuff. Now that I'm an adult, and also I want to hear Homer Simpson voice Genie. So yeah.
There you go. Watch the second one then, and the TV show that I didn't even know existed.
The TV show, that one is funny because I grew up on the TV show of that, the TV show of Hercules, which James Woods is in the TV show of Hercules. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yes, he voices Hades in the, and I think Hercules is back. The Timon and Pumbaa show, the Lilo and Stitch show. These are all stuff I grew up with.
I've seen episodes of the Lilo and Stitch show. That's the only one.
Because
I didn't know Disney things.
Yeah, that one they.
Do you think it'll be on Disney Plus?
I hope so. I hope that would be great because these are classics.
I'd watch that then if it's on Disney Plus because it's too hard to find online.
I remember I saw the ending of the Lilo and Stitch show like live. Like that was like the big premiere. Yeah, like I think it was like that was like it was pretty epic. I think like all the experiments came, all the aliens, whatever they all
didn't they put that into a movie?
Yeah, it was like a final movie, but it was like a TV movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I've seen that one.
That one was pretty epic. Yeah. But yeah, I used to love Toon Disney. They used to put the Sonic show on there too. Sonic Saturn. Yeah, good stuff. Now I'm being nostalgic.
Anyways, Aladdin.
Yeah.
Great movie. Really happy.
It was good.
It has made me excited for Lion King. And I wasn't. Even though it still looks gray and dull, I'm still gonna give it a chance, I think.
Maybe we should.
Because I really doubted Aladdin
and get surprised.
I know.
Like we were with this one.
Yeah.
That's the key. Because we weren't hyped for this one and we were surprised.
Yeah. All right. Question time. Still waiting for a jingle, but that's fine, guys.
Question time on Ashnflash show. Okay, yeah, that's all I got.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
So now we just need a little beat in the back.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll ask Will Smith. So yeah, if you guys want your questions read out, just write them down below. We'll read out your name and your question. And don't ask, like, can you do this CMF and this CMF? I get that all the time. We're just going to do, like, here's some good examples of questions. Are you still going to be reviewing all of the original Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man Dennis Says?
Hopefully. Oh, yeah, go.
I think the plan was to do one a week leading up to Thing.
Far From Home.
I think that's what we talked about was Far From Home, that we would take a look at them. Maybe just, like, the trilogy and then the other two. For sure the
trilogy. For sure, actually, I saw Spider-Man 3 recently, so for sure 1 and 2. Hopefully 3.
I'd need to watch all 3 again.
Yeah. I don't want to do Amazing Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do it, I think.
Recently. Well, I watched it for the Marvel one thing.
Yeah, I watched it for the Marvel one too.
Yeah. But
still holds up.
I was going to say that with Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to be getting a lot of Lego sets soon. I'm sure you are too. So, like, I'm probably going to put Toy Story 2 and 3 on, and then after I finish Toy Story 2 and 3, Spider-Man, I'll probably watch with my mom, because I'm down here.
Yeah. I'm going to... Yep. Can't say anything. Tanbricks1 says, what are your favorite colors?
I like saying this, but also this is how they get your passwords. Password recovery, they ask...
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I've never chosen that one as the
Okay, I
security
haven't
code.
either.
So
So
now
I
you
was just
know.
warning you because I say it all the time. I definitely
Okay.
have not.
He definitely
Correct. No,
hasn't,
I'm kidding.
guys.
I haven't. I was just warning you. Purple. Everybody knows purple.
Purple. Yeah, mine's red, obviously.
Yeah,
and that's
that
actually
makes
what he
sense.
said. He said, I'm guessing Just Too Good is purple and Ashflash is red.
Yeah, that's easy.
There you go, Tan Bricks, you know as well.
There you go.
James A. Garfield says, one question I wanted to ask you. This is from the Pokemon episode. He said, thoughts on Mega Construct's Pokemon line? I think it's way too overhated, and in my opinion, is better than Lego could ever do. It has a great scale and build, and Mega is able to make multiple new pieces for every every Pokemon. You guys did great in your execution of the series, but I think Pokemon doesn't transfer to Lego well.
That's deep. All right, well, you go first.
I think that if Lego did get the rights, they would make new molds as well. I don't think that that's something that Mega Constructs is like that's not a plus.
Yeah.
Just look at the Angry Birds line. If they made all those new molds for something like Angry Birds, obviously for something as huge as Pokemon, they would go hit it out of the park with it.
Well, for this one, I say I agree, and I agree. He said that it's better than Lego would ever do. It may be more accurate, but it won't be more Lego-like. So there's a trade-off there. Because I like it more accurate and less Lego-like. I don't mind it. Because, like, Toy Story original line. But I also like it more Lego-like and less accurate Toy Story 4 line. Which I've grown to like. I know. I've come around on that one. But I still like the originals better. That's probably nostalgia, though. And then this other thing, though, is that, yeah, they would make new pieces. And Mega Constructs doesn't really have an iconic like format, so they could do whatever they want. The one thing I don't like about the Mega Constructs ones is that they all have mini ball joints and stuff like that. So like there's so much gaps in their heads and bodies that it doesn't look right. But I don't have much else to say there. I think that the Mega Constructs line, the thing with Mega Constructs is that they put more attention to all licenses, which I like. Lego will do the only big license they got, like big that they treat as a big license is, I think, Harry Potter at this point, Minecraft, and Star Wars. I wouldn't even count Marvel superheroes.
Oh, there's still Minecraft sets to be revealed.
That is true. I was thinking about that the other day, which I started playing Minecraft, so I'll figure it out what's going on there. But like,
oh, it's true. I'm excited to hear that.
Same here. I'm curious. I think the names are out, but yeah.
It's fine.
Sorry.
The place. Keep going about.
What was I gonna say? So Star Wars and all those, basically those, they put so much sets out and so many different characters and stuff like that. With Marvel superheroes, the attention they give it just ticks me off. It ticks everybody off because they put like crappy versions of the character, like the most undetailed minifigures, crappy builds because it's a 6 to 12 theme
and reuses
all the time. Like it's not a big license in their in terms of license themes.
In their eyes, yeah. Yeah,
but for
it's a big license, but it's not
in their eyes. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Like, but if you see Harry Potter isn't like that. Harry Potter they put so much effort into, which is great. I love that. Star Wars,
all the sets we're getting this year.
Oh, it's crazy. There's so many detailed pieces, just one-offs and sets and everything. And Star Wars is, of course, their biggest. They just put a billion sets out, billions and billions. Yeah. But Overwatch, they put a lot, but they only have one Overwatch wave. Is my point. See, Minecraft gets two waves.
Isn't there two as well? 2 sets coming out this summer.
Oh, that is true. Maybe you're right. I guess they got a bigger budget with that.
Supposedly.
Yeah, Ash apparently might be in them. But yeah, Marvel superheroes I feel is like they treat it like crap, and it ticks me off. And guess what? Back in the day, I know you're not a SpongeBob fan, but SpongeBob would get 2 sets a year.
Oh yeah.
Imagine having a license you like that would get 2 sets a year, and then they would just skip random years. That's what they did with SpongeBob. Mega Bloks gets SpongeBob. They would put like 20 sets out. Specific references to the show, which that was a problem.
They had bags and stuff as well.
They had a blind bag series, yeah. They had character packs, like Lego is just doing. They had like billions of building sets. And one thing I didn't like was that the original SpongeBob line from Lego barely referenced the show. This one, they have exact references from the show, from specific episodes from Mega Constructs. Ticks me off. It's like, and TMNT was the same way. TMNT, they had sets from all the different TMNT versions. They had like 20 sets a year. Lego just put out like, I think 12 sets in total, like 3 sets on the movie, and they're just very general things. And it just it made me sad, you know. Lego's very I don't know what their license is. It concerns me. So if they ever get Mario, if they ever get Pokemon, they would probably put like 4 sets out and then like another way before. I don't know. It's just like,
Hey, if they did Mario, I'd buy him.
dude, everybody would buy them. Everybody in the whole world would literally buy one. I think every Lego fan would buy a Mario set.
I'd love a Peach Castle.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
exactly. But I don't know what Lego is doing. I have a
It's funny, I
conspiracy
watched your
coming
video
out.
and I didn't even think of that.
Legit.
It just, while you're talking about that right now, I'm like, man, a big D2C Peach Castle
That's
would
it.
just be...
And they could even
Oh.
do that one
Love
year.
that.
And then for this one may not be as popular, but the castle from Ocarina of Time for Zelda, they could do that. It would sell like crazy with the adults. They could do so much with it. And here's the thing. Oh man, I just talked about. I feel like it's bricks and bits all over.
Sorry.
Nintendo. No, it's not your fault. Nintendo is there's a trifecta of 3 like companies that are just widely accepted by families. Nintendo, Disney, and Lego. Those 3. Tell me which one's
Oh,
missing.
that is a cool castle.
Yeah, it is. Again, you might even have to buy it at the end of the day. I mean, but
I'd buy it for a Link figure.
yeah. But here's
I'm not
the thing.
even a Link fan, but
I'm sure they would make a
love it.
smaller set with Link. But yeah, that would be dope as heck.
I hope that you're right.
I hope I'm right too. They could even do Splatoon. Would you buy Splatoon sets if it was like a $40 set?
Nah,
Dang it.
I'd skip on the Splatoon, unfortunately.
Aw.
Because yeah, no.
Star
Not
Fox?
for
Would we
me.
get you a Star Fox?
If it was a small $20 set or something.
I feel like it would be like with Star Fox and Splatoon. I think those would be like, and even Animal Crossing. I feel those would be like there'd be the Wolverine set of the Marvel line, the Doc Ock set. Like I love.
Yeah.
I wish, but they can't do it because Jack Specific has it. But just a World of Nintendo line, and it's like superheroes. That would be a dream come true. And it's like the little property in the corner. It says Super Mario Odyssey, and it's like Odyssey set, Splatoon set, Animal Crossing set. Oh my gosh, I want to die. So many good sets. They just make it.
I just saw something disturbing
What?
about Fortnite.
What was it?
There might be a Godzilla crossover.
Ashnflash sucks to be you. No, come on. Your Godzilla minifigure was good. What happened? Why do you hate Godzilla all of a sudden?
That's crazy. They're going all out with this season.
Oh, this is called the licensed season. This is 1999 for Lego, 2001 for Lego because Harry Potter. They had one license
Oh.
before Star Wars. Literally, it aligned. Well, no, it was 1 year
Avengers.
after. Yeah.
Well,
it was-
and that was last season. But John Wick. Now Godzilla, maybe.
yeah. And
Stranger Things.
Which out of all
Ooh.
those, kick out John Wick. Not big of a
Lion
franchise.
King.
Just be careful what you wish for. Toy Story 4.
Do Toy Story 4 Fortnite. I know you're listening because we're both
They'll probably have
sport creators.
a forky little.
Do it. Oh, back bling with the pet.
Yeah.
Oh, you just sold me.
But Godzilla that's pretty interesting. But like,
It's
I'll be
something about
honest.
the ice and the thing.
the best one for them. I'm not saying like on how it played or anything. Avengers. That was the best thing.
Yeah,
Now-
both times I think.
Yeah, I like the John Wick game mode probably the best out of all these licensed ones. But
I
like,
agree. Looking back, I think I was too stressed about getting the umbrella, but I think that was the most fun.
it was so fun. But like, if I was them, I wouldn't have done John Wick. I don't know, like Godzilla and Stranger Things. I don't even know if I would do those because you have to be like Lego, very specific. They pick the biggest of the big, the popular of the popular. John Wick is too small. It's
Yeah, and it's a mature thing.
mature
Like,
thing. That's
it's-
another thing. Exactly. No, I agree. That's true.
But yeah, there we go. We got to talk about Fortnite again.
And one more thing is that this
Yeah.
new one with Jordan, like what the Jordans?
Oh, you're right. That happened as well.
Yeah.
I already forgotten it's happening right now. Could care
Yuck.
less.
And it's not popular. This was a failure, but apparently they did it because they don't want to be violent. Did you hear
Because
this?
they don't want to be violent. What does that mean?
It doesn't. The game mode doesn't involve guns, right? Or killing.
Right.
Because Jordan's doesn't want to associate their brand with that. So that's why it's this. That's why it's this playground style.
Subway rider,
whatever it is, yeah.
Subway surfer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Boo.
That was a
Forgot that
bad
happened
team.
anyways.
Yeah.
I can't wait for more shirt and fashion crossovers, like a James Charles crossover
Oh,
with all this
gosh,
stuff going
no.
on.
No. NFL was the only NFL and Avengers were the only original ones, and those were perfect. I think.
Right. I think the NFL one and FIFA as well with the stadium. I think.
Oh, that was a crossover official. Yeah, those in my opinion those make sense and those are great because those are huge, 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 huge. Appeal to everybody. The end.
The end.
Yeah, and I mean can appeal to everybody. John Wick very niche, small. Stranger Things. It just doesn't make sense. Is my point. Like Lego Stranger Things makes sense to me. It's fine, but like Fortnite Stranger Things, this doesn't make sense.
It'll
really
be weird. I want to
Godzilla
start back playing.
Yeah, it would be great. Godzilla, Fortnite doesn't really make sense to me. You know?
No.
Yeah.
No. Off board.
Yeah.
But anyways.
This was a good
Anything
episode.
else? This was a good episode. It's fun. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. It'll be out hopefully Monday morning. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed it. And be sure to come back whenever there's news or another movie to review or something. So yeah. We'll see you all in the next one.
Mm-hmm.